Welcome to yoga. Even saying that makes me smile. I hope it makes you smile. I'm going to read to you a bit of a poem by Kabir. We sense that there is some sort of spirit that loves birds and animals and the ants. Perhaps the same one who gave a radiance to you in your mother's womb. And the Indian master Bapuji reminds us to cherish our goodness. My beloved child, break your heart no longer. Each time you judge yourself, you break your own heart. You stop feeding on the love which is the wellspring of your vitality. The time has come, your time, to live, to celebrate, and to see the goodness that you are. Let no one, no thing, no idea or ideal obstruct you. If one comes, even in the name of truth, forgive it, for it's unknowing. Do not fight. Let go. And breathe into the goodness that you are. Nice long yoga breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Into the belly, into the ribs, into the collarbone. Exhale. Three more rounds on your own. Coming to hands and knees. Perhaps you'd like a blanket under your knees. Not too thick. Just enough to support your knees. This feels good actually. It's different from standing. It's different from lying down. It just feels right. Lower the belly. Exhale and arch the back. With your mind's eye, picture each vertebra in the spine, beginning at the tailbone, and picture it making the move that allows you to curve the back. One vertebra at a time. Now this time, come into cow pose. Face is up, belly is low. Come into cat pose. Exhale, arch the back, lower the head. Inhale, back to child's pose. Come forward, lower the belly. Inhale, arch the back. All the way back to child's pose. Cow, cat, extended cat. Inhale, exhale, stretch. Enjoy the quiet, enjoy the stillness. Stay here for a moment in child's pose. Maybe take hold of the edges of the mat so you can push. I'm going to remove the blanket. Stretch back, buttocks to the heels. Arms are elongated. Bring the forehead to the mat if that's accessible. You might put a block under your forehead. And notice your breath. Now my knees are pretty close together. I like the way it seems to massage the organs of my body as I inhale and exhale. But for you today, you might prefer to have your toes together, knees apart, coming back, all the way back. Flatten the back. Bring the elbows to the mat. Bring the forehead to the mat. And breathe. Big Buddha belly. Come to hands and knees. And swing around to a comfortable seated position. Our legs are crossed. Good. Bring the hands behind the back. Coming up on my fingertips. My fingers are pointed back. And I'm opening across the chest. Bring the hands back to front. Raise the shoulders. Take the shoulders back. Slide the shoulders down the spine. Allow the tips of the shoulder blades to press into the back ribs. Now bring your hands behind your back. You can come up on your fingertips or bring your palms to the mat. We're going to widen across the heart. Open the heart. Oh, yes. Let the heart be free. Let your own innate goodness shine shine through your heart. Bring your arms around to the front. Walk your hands out in front. Yes, and we'll just keeping the back straight, leading with the sternum. Just enjoy the stretch right here, right now. Feel that in the hamstrings? I do, and it feels good. Walk back. Bring your left palm to your left knee. Bring the right arm around and behind you. We'll just do a gentle twist here, but before we twist, lengthen through the spine. Tailbone is pushing down, crown of head is rising up, And we inhale to lengthen, and then we exhale to twist. Maybe another inhale to lengthen, exhale to twist. Come back around to neutral. Once again, maybe you want to pull the flesh from the sits bones, sitting up on the sits bones, long back. Take your right palm to your left knee. Bring the opposite arm around and behind you. Now, as we inhale, we're going to lengthen through the spine. And as we exhale, we're going to twist gently, gently, gently. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to twist. We're not in a hurry this morning. We're not rushing through these poses. We're taking our time in search of our true self, the goodness that is within. Bring the right palm to the mat, left palm up and over. I said that backwards. No, I said it right. Let's come out of that for a moment and let's ease into it. Okay, raise the left palm facing the ceiling. Bring it up. Now really stretch through the tailbone. Tailbone sinking down. Stretch through the spine. Getting long, long, long. And then curving over. Notice the stretch in the side body. We're uniting the mind and the body in search of the true goodness that we are. Coming back, palm to the mat. Inhale, the other arm up. Let's really feel the sits bones lowering, grounding into the earth, both of them, and then lift through, beginning with the hip, lift up out of the hip, through the side body, lift through the rib cage, and then begin to fold to the side. Notice the lovely stretch you get in the side there. We're always creating space in yoga. We're creating space in the side body. Open the heart. Maybe you want to look up. And come back. Once again, right hand to left palm. Lengthen. Come around. Little bit of a twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Let's come forward. Take the right hand to the left palm. Bring the arm around and behind you. Push, grounding down in the sits bones. I like to call them tulip bulbs in the earth. Lengthen through the spine. And then we begin to twist. Now the twist is not starting with the shoulders, it's starting at the belly. Right below the belly button. That's where our twist initiates. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Maitri is the Buddhist concept of loving kindness. And we can't give loving kindness to others if we haven't learned to give loving kindness to ourselves. Part of that is retrieving that sense of basic goodness, the goodness of our true nature. Bring your right palm to the mat, extend your left leg, and we're going to come up on the palm, raise the left arm, Tirasana, I believe this is called. It's star pose. Maybe you want to look up and lower down. Let's come to the other side. So I'm sitting in kind of a mermaid position. I bring my left arm, left hand to the mat. I put weight on my right foot, and I rise up in a star pose. Opening the heart, maybe looking up, continuing to breathe, and lower down. Good, 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 good. Let's come to knees. Again, if a blanket under your knees would feel good, do that for yourself. We're practicing Maitri, loving kindness to ourselves and compassion to ourselves and to others. Bring the right leg out. My foot is grounded in the mat. I want to slide the right arm down the leg as I move. The left arm, palm facing the ceiling, is coming up, and over and down. It's called gate pose, Paramahanasana, which actually Paramaga means iron. And I realize that I am reversing right and left, but I don't need to because the computer's doing it for me. Okay, bring the other leg out. So I'm just going to go with my own right, and your right, and we'll all be great. Ready? Bring the right arm up. Slide the left palm down the side of the body, down the leg. Get that length. Create space in the side body. Then begin to come over. And breathe, breathe, breathe. Let's come back to both knees. Now, if you have a bunion or two bunions, as I do, this may be difficult for you, but we're going to give it a try, and then you decide what is right for you. Always in yoga, you decide. So, tuck the toes, and I'm going to come back sitting on my heels. And my feet right now are not level because I have a pretty big bunion on my right foot. So we're working the toes here. We're giving the toes some attention, and they surely earned it. Come back to hands and knees and just tap your feet out. Now if you find that is too much, you might try just coming back and sitting on your heels with the tops of your foot flat on the mat, or you might try this. Here again, engage the belly, pull in the lower belly and bring it up under the ribs. Raise the shoulders, roll them back, slide them down your back. Notice your breath. so far, we've been in 3 seated positions. We've been in this seated position, which is called Sukhasana, or easy seat. We've been like this. And we've tried this. This is hero's pose. Let's find the seated position that is best for you today. Now, you may use a strap for this. And if you don't have a strap at home, you could use a necktie or a belt. Bring your arms out to cactus. Bring the right arm, the right arm under the left. And if it's accessible, join the hands. This is really a stretch for me. I would inhale my arms up. Exhale down. Good thing about video is if you didn't get that the first time, you just replay it. I haven't done this for a while and I already feel the tightness, the rigidity that's starting to creep in. If that's a bit much for you, there's another way to do it. Bring your right arm under your left arm and just clasp your shoulders. Inhale up, exhale down. Up and down. Up and down. This is the arm portion of eagle pose. This time we're going to take left under right. Maybe right here is where you're going today. Honor yourself, honor your body, honor the knowledge the body gives you about what is the right way to go today. My job as a yoga teacher is to teach you or to encourage you, to inspire you to listen to your own body. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. And unwind. Let's come to hands and knees and tap it out. Oh, bring your toes together, knees apart, push back into child's pose. Notice the breath. Coming back to hands and knees. Maybe there's a blanket under your knees. That's really the smart thing to do, especially if you have any sensation in your knee that's unpleasant. So my knees are under my hips, my hands are under my shoulders. Raise the left leg, extend through the heel, flex the foot, extend the right hand, the right arm. Feel your body pulling in opposite directions. So we're really lengthening through the entire body. And breathe. Lower the hand, lower the knee. Extend the opposite hand, extend the opposite foot. Flex the foot. Lengthen through the heel, lengthen through the fingertips. Breathe. And lower down. Come to a comfortable seated position, for whatever that might be for you. Maybe it's on a blanket. I really recommend a blanket for sitting. Even if you choose just to sit along the edge of the blanket, just so your pelvis is sort of rocking over the blanket. That really helps sitting up straight. And sitting up straight, I'll show you sideways. I'm just coming to the edge of the blanket. I'm rocking forward. My pelvis is rocking forward, and I'm sitting on the edge, but what I now have is a stable foundation. So that my back will remain straight and elongated. I'm going to remove the blanket. You choose what you prefer, what feels right for your body today. We're going to circle the spine. Maybe little circles at first. Maybe you like big circles. Listen to the body. This is all part of mindfulness. We learn to be here, right now. The only thing we're thinking about or paying attention to is the movement, the body, the sensations in the body. In yoga philosophy, we are bringing energy up the spine. Beginning, energy is coiled at the tailbone, in the perineum like a snake, and we're bringing it up the spine. Let's go the other way. And come to upright. Good. Let's find our way. That was a warm-up, folks. You like it? I hope so. Come to your hands and knees. Step the right foot between the hands. Step the left foot to meet it. We are in forward fold. Fingertips are lined up with toe tips. Maybe there's a slight bend in the knees. Inhale with the hands to the shins and a flat back. Come up halfway. Send the crown of the head forward toward the opposite wall. Send the tailbone back. Flatten the spine. Breathe. Lower down. Inhale, arms wide, flat back, coming up to volcano pose. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, arms wide and up. Exhale, hands to the heart. One more. Inhale. Exhale to prayer. This time we're going to fold forward, so let's inhale, arms wide and up. With the back flat, arms at the ears, alongside the ears, folding forward with a flat back, coming into Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up, long back. Exhale, forward fold. Step your left foot back. Bring the knee to the mat, top of the foot to the mat. I'm going to create some length between my heel and my knee. Sinking it. You do what is right for you. We're going to come up on this knee, so we want to maintain balance. We also want to sink the hips and look up. Now, bring the hands to the knees. Inhale overhead. Internally rotate the hands so baby fingers are pointed toward each other. Maybe a back bend, maybe not. Exhale, hands to the mat. Tuck the back toe. Bring the front foot to meet the back foot. We call this plank. Plangasana, I think. Plangasana. You don't hear that very much. Okay. Now, send the heels back. You're really pushing the heels back. You're pressing into the full surface of the hands. Those nadis, or energy centers in the hands, are going to soak up energy from the earth. Engage the belly. That means pull the belly in and bring it up under the belly button. Lower the knees. Lower the feet. Make sure the hands are under the shoulders. We're going to keep the elbows in tight alongside the body. We're going to lower the chest down. Then slide through and come up into a little low cobra. Try bringing the hands off the mat and see if you can sustain that. Are you breathing? Bring the forearms to the mat, coming in to, I can't think of the name of it. It will come to me. I think it's locust pose. Okay. Notice here that the curve is in the lower back. What are you feeling? This is pretty gentle, so if you typically have problems in the sciatica, in the lower back, this shouldn't, hopefully this doesn't bother you too much. If it does, come out. Bring your hands back under your shoulders. We're going to inhale and come into child's pose. Bringing the hips back to the heels. Tuck the toes. Exhale here. Inhale. Come up into downward facing dog. Now, one way to do this is to come up on your tiptoes so that you get as much height as you can in the sits bones. So the sits bones are high. Now we're going to begin to lower the feet, and as we do, we're going to maintain height in the sits bones as we begin to approach having the soles of our feet on the mat, or not. What is good for you today? Now, my stance is too long. I'm going to walk it in a little bit. Think about cow pose. Send the heart toward the thighs. Relax your face. Relax the neck. Ears alongside the arms. Create length. You're going to create length in the side body from this, in the back body, sits bones, up through the shoulders, lengthen through the underarms, lengthen through the fingertips. Downward facing dog. Breathe. This is a resting pose. Now you might choose to bring your knees to the mat and step the left foot forward. You might come from downward facing dog and step the left foot forward. Lower the right knee. Lower the right foot. Inhale up. Sink the hips. Exhale, hands to the mat. Tuck the back toe. Bring the back foot forward. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up. Long back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms wide. Come all the way up. Hands to heart. Inhale, arms overhead, baby fingers facing each other, slight back bend. Exhale, forward fold with a flat back, arms along the ears. Inhale, halfway, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Step the right foot back. Step the left foot back to meet it. Come into downward facing dog. Breathe. Raise your left leg. Bend the knee. Bring the knee into the chest. Slide the body forward over the hands. Bring the knee to the thumb. Now let's walk that back leg back, coming into pigeon. I like to take some time to, maybe I want to bring this foot out. I like to take some time to really get situated before I fold forward. That includes getting length in this back leg. I'm going to walk forward. Bring my head to my palms of my hands or to the mat or to a block. If this is a lot for you, and it may very well be, it's just fine if you fold a blanket and bring it under that front, right under here, like that. Yeah. This isn't an endurance contest. It's not a contest to see just how much you can twist your body. It's mindful, it's thoughtful, it's not chaotic, it's not effort beyond the extreme. That's not what we're doing here. We're easing into poses, we're allowing poses to find us. And I'm finding that blanket under my hip feels really good today. Back up. Here again, find a long spine. Maybe you'll remove the blanket, maybe you won't. And if it's accessible and you want to grab that back ankle, you can give it a try. This is a challenge for me. And lower the hands. We're going to bring the bent knee back to meet the straight leg, coming into downward facing dog. You may want to move that knee around a little bit in a circle, giving some relaxation to the leg. From downward facing dog, I'm going to raise my right leg in the air and bend the knee. Bring the knee into the chest. Slide the body over the hands. Bring the left knee to the left thumb. Here again, I'm going to walk back. Maybe you want a blanket under the hips. Maybe not. It's up to you. Could be a block. I like to walk the extended leg back and lengthen through the spine before I begin to fold over. Pigeon. Breathe. If you're feeling sensation, breathe into the space where the sensation is strongest. You could actually picture your breath as colored and notice the colored breath emanating through the body to that area, which is probably your hamstring or your glute. Listen to the body. Come out when you are ready. Bring the hands up under the shoulders. Come up. Find length. Come up on the fingertips to find length. Bend the knee. And maybe today is the day you'll grab hold of the ankle, maybe not. And I have to lower down. It's a little much for me. I'm going to bring the bent knee, lengthen the leg, bring it back into downward facing dog. Bend the knee, and maybe you're going to rotate it in the socket. Relaxing that hip. Step the right foot forward between the hands. Step the left foot to meet it. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms wide, all the way up. Bring your hands to your heart. Survey the body. Shoulders are back and down. Hips are over heels. Crown of head is over tailbone. And relax. Step to the center of your mat. I'm all wired up here. So, hands at your heart. Bring the fingertips together. We're going to hop or step out. Oh, feels good. I like this. Maybe we'll stay right here. Parallel the feet. Bring the hands to the hips. Or clasp your fingers behind your back. We're folding, we're not rolling over. We're keeping a straight spine. We're going to fold forward. It's a wide-legged forward fold. We're going to fold from the groin, maintaining length in the spine. Always long spine, flat back, and inhale over. If this is too much for your shoulders and your arms today, just slide the arms, the hands down the leg. Bring the hands under the face. Walk the hands around to bookend your left foot. Turn your left toe to the front of the mat. Spin up on the right toe, and you're in a lunge. Now you might want to stay right here. Maybe you want to come up. You know, what this takes more than anything else is practice. It's figuring out how to press into the feet. Lower down. Bring the back foot to the mat. Begin to swing around by walking the hands. You're in a forward fold, your feet are parallel. Walk the hands around to bookend the other foot. Send the right toe toward the top end of the mat. Come up on the toes of the back foot. Find balance. You might want to stay right here. You might want to push into the feet, maybe right here, maybe here. Lower the hands. Walk the hands back around. Now, one of the poses that people I know really love is just to walk the hands forward. It's a wide-legged, downward-facing dog. Allow the back to cave in like you're in cow pose or in down dog. Maybe you want to shorten your stance. Walk the hands back. Heel toe the feet together a little more. We're going to come into a squat. You may want to have a block or two handy. It might be sitting on a block is going to be a squat for you today. That would be okay. So we're bending the knees, bringing the buttocks down. Maybe you're going to come down and sit on that block. And maybe you're just going to allow your butt to hang out. Use your elbows to stretch through as leverage to widen the legs. Oh. This is very, very good for reproduction organs, for elimination, muscles, for childbirth. Bring your hands to the mat. Raise the buttocks. Heel toe the feet together. Inhale up with a flat back. Hands overhead. Bring your hands to your heart. I have company. Walk to the front of your mat. Inhale, arms wide. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Come to hands and knees. And come into a mermaid position. Lift the back foot. Pick it up and bring it around here. Now, this might not be the right thing for you. What might be better for you today is to have your leg extended and your foot here. Pick up the foot. I mean, this is where your body is today. And none of us came into the world with the same body. None of us lived the same life experiences. None of us, we're not here to imitate the person next to us or the person on the screen. I'm going to fold my leg back like I came from mermaid to here, but it is your choice. I'm sitting on both sits bones. My right knee is facing the sky. My left arm is going to come and wrap maybe right here, or maybe a little twist here. Lift the right arm, bring it behind you. I'm having some trouble here. I'm using that back arm like another spine, so I can really get tall. So inhale to get tall, exhale to twist. Inhale for length, exhale to twist. Inhale for length, exhale to twist. And let's come back around. Let's come to the other side. And we're going to put both hands on the mat. Bring the forehead to the mat for a counter twist. Okay. Coming into mermaid on the other side. I have the cutest little bunny rabbit looking at me right now. You may want this leg extended. That's fine. You may want this foot here. That's fine. You may want to come to this position. So from mermaid, I'm picking up my left leg, bringing the knee so it's vertical, sitting on both sits bones, raising the arm. Maybe I want to be right here. Maybe I want to be right here. Maybe I want to be right here. Inhale the arm up and back. Bring it behind for leverage for another spine right behind the spine. Before I begin to twist, I'm going to lengthen the spine. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to twist. We're twisting from the belly button. The shoulders are not leading, the shoulders are not pulling us around. Inhale up, exhale and twist. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to twist. If you notice the sensation is more than you want, come out. And you'll notice when you go back in, you can maybe go back in a little farther. So just play with it. All right. Let's come to our backs. Oh, I can't really come to my back with that little thing there. Ha. Okay. Come to your backs. Bring your knees into the belly. Give yourself a hug. Maybe rock back and forth, massaging the lower spine. Bring your arms out to teeth. You may want to cross the right leg over the left. Maybe not. Maybe you want to let the left leg be still extended on the mat. Any of these options is good. Allow the body to fold over to the left. Both shoulder blades are on the mat. I'm looking out in the opposite direction over my right hand. Feels good to me. And come back. Both soles of the feet on the mat. Here again, you may want to extend the right leg and just bring the left bent knee over to the side. You may want to come like this, or you may choose to do this, crossing the knees. Keeping both shoulder blades on the mat, looking out over the opposite arm. Notice the breath. Let's rediscover the basic goodness, which is our nature. Coming back to neutral, extend the legs. Bring the hands, maybe 35, 40 degrees away from the body. Palms are up. I usually like to adjust by raising my buttocks and maybe bringing my lower back to the mat. That does not remove the natural curve in the back. Coming in to corpse pose, Shavasana. Maybe you'll remove your glasses. I'm always a little nervous about that because I don't want them to break or get lost. Notice the sensation of the surfaces of the body meeting the surfaces of the earth. And recognize that there's a transfer of weight. Gravity is pulling us toward the earth, soaking up that weight. That's why it feels so good to just lie down. Because we have so much support and we're not responsible for carrying all that weight. Allow the eyes to fall back in the sockets. Relax the face. Relax the forehead. Send the tongue around the inside of the mouth, of the jaw. Relax the tongue. Relax the jaw. Relaxation. Savasana is an asana, it is a pose. It is an ultimate relaxation pose. Sometimes I like to tuck my shoulder blades under my back. Since this is a video and since you're home, it's possible that you can take a nice long savasana. I encourage you to do that. Some people think that this is the hardest pose of all because relaxing can be very difficult for some of us. We just let go. I'm going to sign off here. Namaste. The basic natural goodness in me acknowledges and reflects the basic natural goodness in you. Namaste.